Good morning, everybody. I didn't film prepping this. I didn't even film pouring it. It was just too hectic. We had 4 power buggies running this morning. I'm gonna wash my hands in a second. 4 buggies running concrete up here, nice and clean. I was going to pump this, but then we started looking at putting all this line together down here. I did not want to do that with the cleanup of the hose and the hopper. It's a road down there that has absolutely beautiful yards on both sides everywhere, so there's just didn't want to make a mess. So we just got done pouring our walk, landing. Don't worry, I have plenty more to video. Sidewalk to patio. This gets wrapped in border, that gets wrapped in border. This is all rolled slate. So I think the homeowner ran out of money and he canceled this sidewalk. So I said, what can we do here just to have some fun and see how it works out? So we took our leftover concrete. We're just going to make some random patio stones. So if you walk it, you know, boom, 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 you get your sides going up here. Not too big, guys. So we'll see how this develops here. When you're at a red light, do you keep your foot on the gas pedal? Idle the thing. Let it breathe.
I thought I had it toned. You told me that before you got it.
Okay, so we're just putting this together. I thought this would be funny to see. I dug this out real quick. Now we'll take some topsoil around them and grass. We want them so the homeowner can mow over them. This has broken stone liner all around it. Dirty tools laying everywhere. I got to get on cleanup with the guys. We parked about 2 miles up the road with a dump truck. I left my coffee cup in the truck. Would it be too much to ask you to, can I get a coffee?
What's that?
Can I get a coffee?
Oh, yeah.
I left mine in the dump truck up there. I got 2 sips out of it this morning. No hurry, just cream.
Yeah, sure.
I hated to ask him. I think this is the best cup of coffee I've ever had. Okay, there's our end of the border. You can see how we 45'd into the corners. So that'll look real nice. Tomorrow, I think we'll saw cut center and center. There's our cut layout. Let me show you down here. Camera heading this way. I wanted to go over this porch, how we did that. Wrap the border around that. Now, we'll heavy stone this. I think we'll heavy stone this whole area. There's no step down. That'll be like a welcome mat right there. So we'll take a look at that. I think that's what we'll do. We'll heavy stone that whole area.
Yeah, we only have 1 inch for 1 foot.
All the little ones. It's only about 2 feet, or what did you say, 3 feet? Okay, I gotta join in and help here, but I think everything's a little bit soft. We're looking good. Okay, on these steps, I've said this before, scrape these faces clean. That way that debris doesn't fall in the concrete as you're finishing pulling the risers. And we don't 45 the bottom. You can see I'm right even there. I think it's easier to follow that than a 45. I know a lot of people disagree.
Use a trowel and cut under it.
Use a trowel and cut under it. Do you have one out?
No. I can grab one.
I mean, I'm right to it. Cleaning these liners off. You want to see a nice crisp edge there. Okay, we're going to be rolling in minutes. Like that. Thank you. Talking about a sticker. So this is a steel trowel. A viewer asked, hey, what's the difference between a trowel and a float? A steel trowel is thin and sharp, and it's used for smoothing to a finer, more smooth look. Now, we don't trowel our outside work because it brings too many fines up to the surface, which are weaker, believe it or not. It does seal it up a little bit better. Is that a good thing? Sometimes, but in this case, the sealer sticks to it better if it's more porous. So I prefer a little bit of texture on it, as well as our driveways. Without bringing those fines up, the surface stays stronger with just a float finish. So that's why we do that. So a steel trowel makes it smoother, a float brings up the cream. If that answered your question. Thanks for the question. Keep them coming. Patio's a little bit wet to get started yet. We'll start with our stepping stones. Spray the liquid release. And we'll follow it up with a heavy stone stamp as Steve's request.
Not my request.
What was your suggestion?
I was asking.
All right, I'll take the credit because it's going to look great. Would you? Okay, spraying the wheels so the concrete doesn't stick. Okay, we'll come back to this. Let's go pull some steps. There we go, that's cleaner. All right, pulling the face off. These come off nice, just peel them away. And voila, broken stone face. I just touch up underneath it. Before they have it all done and I don't get any footage on it, that's our rolled slate texture. We do this quite often. Here's our border. I have one of these on the workbench. We need to get it. It's almost perfect 12 inches. Okay, I'll show you this when I'm rolled. Steps are drying nice. We pulled off all the forms, broken stone liner on the edge. Now when we do the dirt work, it doesn't have to come all the way up. It could be in the middle, it could be closer to the bottom, and not make the yard so steep. How's that for a corner, huh? Nice inviting entranceway going around to a patio. Again, broken stone liner, same reason. This is quite a hillside here. Going around to that. Hope they enjoy that patio for a long time. We'll be back tomorrow to do a little saw cutting, cleaning, coloring, on to the next one. Okay. Before the battery goes dead, these stepping stones were kind of a joke, but I think they really turned out good. I was presenting it to the homeowner because they took this walk out of it. And then I said, hey, you know what? We could do stepping stones here. And I thought, that might look stupid, but remember this and look at it when we're done. Okay. Job coming up. Lots of demo. Exciting, exciting, exciting. Okay, ran over here. Second project for today. Brought the 306 dump truck. Another dump truck, skid loader, work trucks are all heading this way. We're gonna give this a facelift. So this carport comes off, all this concrete comes out, wing wall disappears, this ramp goes away, sidewalk leaves, all the way down to here. This porch comes off, pad to here. We're gonna leave this. We'll probably do this in the next phase, but we're gonna go ahead and redo this. And this is just a pad, step down to a walk. We're gonna open this up a little bit. Too close to these bushes. At one time it was fine. These are too mature now, and they want to keep them. Coming up here, all this gets elevated. ADA coming out of that door. Coming over to here, this walk comes up to meet this new existing height, which will be even with that door. ADA compliant, going right in there. All of this concrete leaves. We're going to add a big parking pad here with a drive-through porch. New walk down there. So we'll get set up and I'll keep you posted. Okay, coming out nicely. This concrete turned out to be pretty thick. Going good. Managed to bust it up here a little bit. I'm going to start grabbing these. We're on to truck number 2. Okay, good. I'm glad the camera wasn't dead. Put the breaker on, the B6. Nice big breaker. Cutting it up like butter. So you can see we're about 12 inches thick. The nice thing is for me is that there's really no reinforcement. A little bit of wire. Clear at the bottom, but when it's that thick, heck, does wire even do anything? I'd rather see a couple rebar in there if it were mine, and that's how we're going to put it back in. So I'm going to cut this one in half and this one in half, and I believe I can pick all of this up nice and easy into the dump truck as soon as it gets back empty. Let me show you what I bent my traction mat. I hope that folds down. These things are about $500 a piece now. Price skyrocketed. So the guys are working on the landing pad, putting that together right at the bottom of the sill. All right, we're going to do one more landing and then maybe just bring the walk right into it. The next landing can be whatever, guys. We could bring that all the way out and then just bring the walk right into the face of it. It doesn't have to go in front of it.
Step up from the walk.
Yeah, onto it, I think. Scratch that idea. Jim said it would be way too high out here. And so we're just going to put, what do you think? Maybe an 18-inch, 2-foot step down to meet the walk. That would look nice.
Yeah, right now we're coming out another 4 feet up in here.
4 feet and landing. I'm good with that. Yep. Okay. I'll go back in here where nobody can tell me what to do. Notice whenever I reconnected the bucket, I gave it a little wiggle and a shake. Make sure those couplings are locked in there properly. You hate to move it over towards a ditch or something or somebody and go to take a scoop and have it fall off. You know, you want to be safe and you don't want to lose this in a ditch or a hole or, you know. Okay, as soon as the truck gets back here, I'll have this loaded. Maybe it's lunchtime. Okay, I don't have much time. We're just putting stone in to bring it up to grade, getting this roughed in. Truck full of stone. We put it up on blocks. I know it doesn't look good, but it works really well. Right up to the door. And a little bit more. Okay. Chris is on tying. Tony is mixed and ready. I'm cutting chairs. On something like this, it's nice, everything tied up on chairs, we can just pour. We don't have to worry about holding the rods up. It makes for an easier pour as well as a better reinforcement job. So cut a couple chairs. And sorry about the camera work. I always put it underneath the top bar. Right like that. Now it's elevated into the concrete where they're supposed to be. Okay, just pulling up. I have the ramps, the mats doubled up. Just trying to save that yard a little bit. We trimmed the trees back yesterday. Whew, what a busy morning. This was a long drive for us, so we're a little bit behind. Like to be set up and ready to go for when Tony gets here, but I like that. Yeah, go a little bit. Just real quick. Notice how I touched on this before, how the rebar tied, nothing's moving and everything's up. I wanted to show that real quick before we go to time lapse and get busy pouring. A lot of weight in this chute. Never ever ever go under that chute, especially when it's full of concrete. There we go. First section went good, still looks straight. On to number 2 pad, the easier one, a little bit smaller. Let me get a camera up in here, see what we can see. Notice how I bent these in a little S to go underneath the rise. That'll help prevent a hairline crack. It'll still hairline crack right at the bottom of that, but nobody will care. That won't be a callback, but you'll never get movement from one pad to the other. Okay. Too many guys in this pad, I'll float the edge. Get this rod. pulled up in right like that. Maybe just a splash here whenever you're ready. Beautiful. Okay, I'll give him a scrape, set you down, consolidating the edge. You're not supposed to use this to move concrete, just consolidate it. You use it to move concrete, now it pulls it away up here. It's in the textbook page. No, I don't have any idea what the textbook says. Nice cordless vibrator makes it nice and easy. Really all it takes. You can see the water coming up out of it. Consolidating that, that's the bleed water. Well, that's the water of the mix. It's not bleed water yet. Let's be accurate. Do the hole. Okay, let's get this straight edged off and coffee break. Okay, on the last pad, and I am on cleanup. Just got everything out here, sprayed the chutes. We put the leftovers from the chute in the wheelbarrow. I'm digging this out in a little bit. By then it'll be nice and dry. All right, coffee time. Okay, today's machine of choice is the 303.5. Excuse me, the oldest one of the fleet for us. It's been a really good machine. The pins are a little bit worn out, but there's a quick coupler right here that adds a lot of slop to it. So in the video, you're gonna see this bucket really moving around, and it's not all from the pins and bushings, like I said, the coupling. So let's go ahead and get this over here. Jim's doing layout for me, a couple paint marks. That way I just pull that grass back and not make more mess than we have to. And they can clean that up when we're done. Everything got it cleaned up and broomed. Now we're just pulling some sides. So this section's all done. I got here late due to a doctor's appointment. Anyways, I rubbed up this side, broomed it. It looks all nice and clean now. Matt did this side. Jumped over here and helped these guys with this. They're good.
I had that on time lapse.
I changed it. And we'll run a saw cut down here on Monday. Just touching up a little bit of the return here. And we're looking good. Chris is taking that side off. I just pulled all the debris back. We try and get a pile going. It's like a bomb. Just blows everything everywhere. So that's the heat of the battle, right? New sidewalk will be in this height, so nothing needs done with that face. Okay, we're getting this ready. As you saw, I dug this all out and we pulled back the topsoil down to solid, and that's what it's left there, about 6 inches of stone. So we're going to put our limestone in here. Nice easy sidewalk, nice straight plane. It's a good Friday project. I am leaving, so it's going to be up to these guys to bring this footage home. You've seen us do this 100 times though. Probably put you on time lapse. You can watch it to the end if the camera doesn't die. Alright, Steve and I are going to do a couple finish up projects. We'll get some of that footage. I think that's kind of more exciting than a 4-foot, 80-foot sidewalk anyways. Okay, now I don't want to do too much around these yet and get them all messed up with dirt before we seal, but as it's drying, now you can see how that'll look. Bring it right up to the height. Now grass around that. It's gonna look pretty neat. And then to step back and look at it, yeah, it just works the plane coming right up. Okay, just got done shoveling some dirt in. I have a feeling you're going to see that on a future project. All right, let me just clean this up a little bit. Steve will be right back. What we've been waiting for. Today we're using Pro 350 from Butterfield. Sealer of choice. I'll go ahead and get a coat on here. Where do you see the color that comes out of this? Okay, this is my favorite part, hitting that rock face, getting the joints all the way into the joints. Now that they're nice and clean, get sealer in there before dirt and snow and ice and grime settles in there. Notice how it's drying slower. You know, here's the sidewalk out in the sun compared to up here in the shade. That blotchiness, that will go away. That'll fade and look nice and uniform. I'm just trying to keep my feet clean right now. Hitting all of this. What a fun project this has been. Sealer, no sealer. Get you a close-up of the rock face. Nice even coat everywhere. Now the homeowner can fluff that dirt in, plant grass, mulch bed, whatever they like. Low voltage lighting on both sides. Easy to do with the conduits that we put underneath there. There we go. All right, we'll see you on the patio. Okay, here it is. Here's what we wanted to see. Our custom patio stones. We could just make these every day with leftover concrete and sell them. Sounds like there's a market for it. I think that worked out really good. Get another angle on these stepping stones. I can't get over how easy that was. No setting height, no. Let's just do them everywhere. Sealer's drying nicely. Notice the border, the ribbon, and the curve. Okay, that's a wrap on this project. Thanks for tuning in to Conquer with the Hosses. Have a good weekend. See you Monday. Don't be late.